Swiggity swag, what's in the bag? Jay here, and I'm bringing you guys another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle, and this is a UU battle that I got off of Twitter up against LanceTheTrainer. And just a quick look at the teams. First of all, this is a UU battle because I'm pretty sure all these Pokemon that are on the screen are in UU. I actually sorted out my box beforehand, so that's how I know. But looking at my team, you know, I'm running Chinchino. I don't really know what else to say about that. Chinchino does not do a damn thing in this battle, honestly. And looking at their team, I see they're running the Mega Magnetric just like I am, and their team isn't really too threatening to me outside of the Mega Magnetric. But as long as I can keep my Florges alive, then we're all good. And you're gonna see the bulk of Florges in this battle for real, though. But I'm gonna go ahead and lead off with my Victini, as my opponent is gonna lead off with their Darmanitan. And because most Darmanitans I know are Choice Scarf, I know my Victini will be able to outspeed, and I could easily just go for a U-turn and switch out and go into my Swampert to take whatever physical type attack this Darmanitan wants to go for. If they want to go for the U-turn, they can. If they want to go for the Earthquake, which they do right here, they can. My Swampert can take it pretty easily. Because my Swampert is my physical defensive wall. So now, because they have this Darmanitan, I don't want this Darmanitan switching in and out freely, because I don't want that. So what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna go for the Stealth Rocks, as they're gonna go ahead and switch out and go into Sableye. I guess some fearing like the Waterfall or the Earthquake or something, but I wouldn't dare go for a Waterfall while they still have a Gastrodon laying on their team with Storm Drain. But right here, I'm going to switch out and I'm going to go into my Florges. Now, I switched out and went to Florges because I predicted them to go for either the Will-O-Wisp or the Knockoff or the Foul Play or whatever. So they go for the Will-O-Wisp. Now, if I was 100% sure they was going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, I would have went into my Victini and I would have went for the V-Create, and I would have probably been able to kill that Sableye. But I went to my Florges because Florges was just the best option for me. My Florges does carry that Aromatherapy, so the burn doesn't even matter. Florges is a special attacker, so I don't have to worry about the attack cut. And then, you know, Sableye just can't do anything to Florges, so Florges was the best switch. But they're going to go ahead and switch out, and they're going to go into their Gastrodon. And I'm not necessarily sure why they went to Gastrodon. I guess because Gastrodon is bulky and it could take some Moonblasts or something. I guess I'm not necessarily sure what they were thinking here. I guess I'm thinking that they thought that, you know, Gastrodon was bulky, so it could take some hits from Florges. Which, I mean, my Florges is not invested in special attack, I don't think. I got this Florges from a subscriber, and I can't remember what it's invested in. I know it's HP, but I'm not sure if it's like defense or special defense or what. But I'm gonna keep on going for I go for the Aromatherapy just to get the burn off, because I don't want my Florges to stay burned. And then I'm gonna keep on going for Moonblast, basically just trying to get some damage and to, you know, get that special attack drop, which I do right here. So because of that special attack drop, that Gastrodon is not even a threat anymore. I mean, it was never a threat in the beginning, but now it cannot do anything to my Florges at all. I don't know why they're not trying to go for the Scald, if they even have the Scald. I'm pretty sure they have the Scald, because Gastrodons usually carry like Scald and Earth Power, but I don't know. I would have went for Scald just because, you know, try to get that burn, but I have Aromatherapy, but he could have probably wasted my Aromatherapy or something. I don't know, but they go into their Porygon 2. Now, while I go for the Wish, I'm still in a great position because Porygon 2 is a special attacker, and I could keep on going for Moonblast, and I can, you know, try to get the special attack drops, right? So then I can switch into something else, and then possibly try to kill this Porygon 2. But this Porygon 2 actually gave me a lot of trouble in this battle, just because it's bulky, and another reason is because they have the Magnetric, which you will see that later on in the battle. But as of right now, I'm just trying to get this Porygon 2's special attack to drop. Like, that's all I want. That's all I want this thing to do. And I actually get a crit, and I get the special attack drop right here. Did I say special defense? I'm not sure if I said special defense or not, but I meant special attack. If I said special defense, I meant special attack. But they go for the Toxic here, and I'm just like, I don't know why they went for the Toxic here when I have Aromatherapy. But I'm actually going to go ahead and switch out here, and I'm going to go into my Chinchino, because I figure, you know, hey, my Chinchino has Scope Lens. I can try to get a crit with the Skill Link, as they actually go for the Recover. Now, it was probably a bad idea for me to actually switch out right here, but right now I go for the U-turn. Now, I go for the U-turn predicting them to go to Sableye, predicting me to go for the normal type attack, because, you know, Normal is, you know, stab or whatnot, or if I had a fighting type attack, I would go for that. They could easily just switch it to Sableye. So I thought they was going to Sableye, so that's why I went for the U-turn, and they didn't switch. So I'm just like, well, okay, I could just go back to Florges, Aromatherapy, and then keep on firing Moonblast at this Porygon 2 because I need this Porygon 2 special attack to be lowered because I don't need this thing doing a lot of damage to my team. That's basically it. And all it has going for it right now is its bulk. But once I can get a proper switch in, being maybe my Victini or my Magnetric, I can kill this thing because I need for this thing to die because it's too bulky and it just needs to go. It needs to get the fuck out. So luckily for me, I do get another special attack drop, and I'm like, yes, this is what I needed. This is what I desperately needed. And this P2's HP is back up to full HP. Actually, it's not quite full, I don't think, but it's full enough though to be a problem for me. So I'm gonna go back out into my Chinchino, and they're gonna go for the Tri-Attack, and this Tri-Attack still does it still does quite a bit, being at -2, by the way. So I'm guessing maybe this thing is invested in special attack or something. Maybe it's like a bulky special attacker or something, I don't know. But I go for the Tail Slap here, and I see that Tail Slap is not doing the damage that I would like for it to do. So I'm just basically like, okay, I don't care about this Chinchino anymore. This Chinchino has officially become death fodder. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually switch out because my Chinchino will die to a Tri-Attack from that from the P2, and I'm gonna go into my Florges as they actually go for the Recover. So that's perfectly fine with me. I mean, whatever. At this point, I mean, I really don't care because now I know that my Florges is not my Florges, my Chinchino is death fodder. But I'm just keep on going. I'm just keep on firing off Moonblast on this Porygon 2 as they go for the Toxic, and I'm just like, why Toxic when you can? First of all, I have Aromatherapy. Second of all, I mean, I don't know. Why is this thing still in here? Because, like, it's at -2. Why is it still here? It needs to go. So I'm basically just firing off Moonblast just to try to whittle down their HP a little bit more and to see if I can get another special attack drop. Because once it hits like -3, -4, this Porygon 2 is not even going to be a threat. It's not even a threat right now because I have Florges, but it's not even a threat. It's not going to be a threat if I lower it more, but I actually go ahead and switch out, and I go into my own Porygon 2 because I'm like, okay, well, I have to download, but unfortunately I get the attack raise, and they actually decide to switch out here, and I'm like, oh, okay. And they go into Darmanitan. I'm like, okay, hi Darmanitan, I did not want to see you, but that's fine, but you're going to take Stealth Rock damage. Is great. I don't want to take the superpower from you, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Chinchino as death fodder. And they do go for the superpower, and I'm like, sweet, yes, this is what I wanted, this is what I needed. I needed this thing right here to die. They get the attack and defense drop, which is fantastic. So I do believe I go to my Swampert right here. Yes, I do, because an Earthquake from my Swampert will kill this thing. And I could go for the Waterfall, but no, because they have a Gastrodon, which is why I go for the Earthquake, because I knew they was going to go into Gastrodon. Either they're going to go to Gastrodon or Porygon 2. It didn't really matter what they switched into because I was just going to go for EQ anyway. Now, of course, if they didn't have the Gastro, I probably would have maybe went for the Waterfall. Well, no, EQ stronger than Waterfall, so EQ is the better play to go for. So I have no clue why they switched in Gastro here. They could have probably switched in P2. I don't know, but they switch out now. They go into their Sableye, and I think I go for the EQ here as well because it would kill the Gastrodon and I could get damage on whatever wants to come in as well. So I do go for the Earthquake. I get some nice damage on the Sableye, and it shows me a Citrus Berry, and I'm like, the fuck? Citrus Berry? Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I see you, sir. I see you. Now, I know what this Sableye wants to do. It's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. Since I have a Fire type on my team, let's switch in my Victini on the Will-O-Wisp so then I can get a free kill. So I switch in on the Will-O-Wisp as I predicted. They go for the Recover, and you're going to actually see that this Recover does not matter at all because the Sableye cannot take a V-Create from my Victini. I mean, it's stab. It's what is V create? Base 1. I forgot what. I just like base 1. What 120, 140. I don't know. It's powerful as fuck, and there's no way Sableye is gonna take that. So the Sableye is down. That's perfectly fine with me. But now they go into the Crocodile. I don't want my Victini dying just yet, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna switch out, and I'm gonna go ahead and go back into my Swampert, because my Swampert is my physical defensive wall, and it is at full HP, so it will be able to take at least 1 to 2 hits from this Crocodile. Unfortunately, they get a crit, and this crit doesn't. I don't think this crit mattered too much, but it mattered enough to where, you know, my Swampert can only take so many hits now. But I go for the Earthquake here. I could have went for the Waterfall, but I didn't, only on the fact that they have a Gastrodon on their team, and I don't want that Gastrodon coming in and getting a Storm Drain boost. So I just went for the EQ, because if I went for Earthquake, I mean, if I went for a Waterfall, I would have probably been able to kill, but it was just too risky. It was just too risky to go for the Waterfall. But I switched to my P2 now to see because I thought they was gonna go for another Earthquake, but they go for the Superpower, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Why did they switch and go for the Superpower? I was like, well, fuck, my P2 did jack shit in this battle. Whatever, that's fine. That's fine, because now the Crocodile is actually at -2 attack and defense. So whatever I switch in, I can fucking kill it. I'm just saying, I can kill it. I can kill it dead. So I'm gonna go into my main Netric, like the name. I know, right? J Netric. I told you I was gonna make one. Actually, I made like 3, but I know they're gonna switch out because like their Crocodile can't do much with it's at -1 attack actually because of their Moxie boost. But they go into their P2, and I go ahead and Mega Evolve into Mega Netric, and I go for the Hidden Power Ice because, you know, I don't know, I just go for Hidden Power Ice because I can, and you know, whatever. And actually, and yeah, after this turn, I go for the Flamethrower. Now I go for the Flamethrower because if I went for the Thunderbolt, they could have switched in their own main Netric, and they could have gotten the Lightning Rod boost. That's why I went for Flamethrower. Now, of course, yes, it might have been my mistake for going for that, but I was thinking logically here, guys. I was thinking perfectly logically there. If they could have easily switched in their main Netric, and they could have easily gotten the Lightning Rod boost from my Thunderbolt. So that's why I went for the Flamethrower instead. But they go for the recover with the P2. The P2's back at full HP, which kind of sucks, but now my Victini is about to put this thing in its fucking place with some V create, so it doesn't even fucking matter. Swag. Ah, there we go. So they go for the Toxic. Not sure why they go for the Toxic, but it's whatever, because another V create is going to be able to take out this P2, and they actually just leaving their P2 to die, which actually kind of surprised me, because P2, their Porygon 2 is like, I don't know, it had access to recover, and it was so bulky, and then now they lost it. So I don't know if that really cost them the game or not, but it was definitely something that was in my way, and I needed it out my way. But now they go into the Darmanitan, and Darmanitan is going to take some nice Stealth Rock damage, and I'm like, yes, that's great. So they can't, I don't think they can switch in. No, they have like one more switch in with the Darmanitan, I think. But I'm going to go ahead and go into my Swampert basically now as Death Fodder, because I don't necessarily need my Swampert, and my Swampert's at a low amount of HP. Somehow it is able to take this Earthquake. I'm like, yes, it took the Earthquake. Sweet. Well, I don't know why I just said that. Ignore that last sentence. Anyway, it can't take 2 Earthquakes, but yeah, I go ahead and let my Swampert die, because then now I can bring back in my Victini, and I can go ahead and V-create this Darmanitan straight to hell, because, well, it's not going to be able to take it. Darmanitans are painfully frail, so even if it's resisted, it's definitely going to be enough to take out this Darmanitan. And if they wanted to switch in any of their Pokemon on their team, nothing on their team wants to take a V-create from my Victini. Just saying. Just saying. But down goes Darmanitan. I'm like, sweet, that's great, that's awesome. And then in comes their own main Netric. Now, right here, I actually forgot that V-create gave you a speed drop, so I stayed in with my Victini, not realizing that the main Netric is going to outspeed me regardless, because I have the speed drop and then intimidate with the attack drop. So my yeah, right here was basically a really bad play. I should have just switched in my Florges right there, which I do right now, but yeah, that was like a really bad play by me. I just go ahead and let my Victini die like that. I really wish I didn't do that. I mean, I didn't do it on purpose. I honestly thought that my Victini was going to outspeed, but I forgot about the speed cut from V-Create. But and it comes to Florges, and basically this Magnetric can't do shit. I'm just saying it literally cannot, because Florges is so bulky on the special side, so it can take special hits for days. Like, unless they get a crit right here with the Thunderbolt, they will not be able to kill my Florges, and my Florges will be able to get back up to a nice amount of HP, and I will be able to get nice damage on this Magnetric with the Moonblast, which is what I do right now, because I don't want this. I didn't want this battle to be dragged on just by me going for like Wish and then Protect. And plus, I knew I could take another Thunderbolt, so that's why I did it. If they did get a crit though, then that would have probably been their game. But at this point, I can take another Thunderbolt even if it's a crit, I think. Yeah, even if it was a crit, I can take it. So they actually get the paralysis here. The paralysis does not play a role in this battle at all. I go ahead and go for another Wish because I just want my Florges at a decent amount of HP, and they're gonna go for the Thunderbolt, and basically that Magnetric is dead. The Crocodile can come in. It can't really do much of anything if my Florges can take an Earthquake from it, and then the Gastro definitely can't do anything to Florges, because we've seen what Gastro can do, and it can't do anything. So it basically comes down to if their Crocodile can kill off my Florges, but it doesn't matter because I have Mega Magnetric and I could just sweep their team with a HP Ice. So the game is mine, but Florges basically puts in work, because right here Florges takes the Earthquake like a champion, and then bam, goes for the Moonblast and then kills off the Crocodile, and then all they have left is their Gastrodon, and we all know that Gastrodon can't touch my Florges. So that is good game, LanceTheTrainer. I hope you guys enjoyed this quite lengthy UU battle. I could have sworn I sped this video up, but I guess I didn't. And yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm currently looking at the results from my vote video on voting for my next LP. So you know, I'll let you guys know which LP won and which format won and stuff like that. But if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will check you guys out later. Peace.